Hi, it's John Ruffle here, and this is guitar basics for dum-dums. I'm just going to do something very basic today, and that is I've got this student practice guitar, full-size guitar, and I'm restringing it, and I'm taking the strings off this guitar, and I'm going to replace them with, or I'm going to put them on this guitar, which is cheapo guitar. It's virtually unplayable, and I bought it for £7 in the charity shop purely and simply because I needed these machine heads off of one side, because my son's 3/4 size guitar, which is, where's it gone? I can't even see it. Oh, it's over there. His 3/4 size guitar, it came, this isn't it, it's just my Hofner parlor guitar, which is a prized possession of mine. But one of the tuners was broken when it was delivered, so we were given a guitar free of charge. So I needed to get basically those 3 tuners off and replace it on my son's guitar, so it just saved me buying a set of tuners for it. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to restring the guitar, this cheap one, simply because it's a display guitar. I'm going to put it in the front room and hang it on the wall, because if I put one of the guitars up that we use, it's just going to get dusty, and the kitchen's next door, and the strings will deteriorate really quickly. So I'm putting them on for display purposes. But when I took the string off of this one guitar, I didn't cut the strings. I want you to notice how the end is twisted around, and that is the way it goes into the bridge here. I've loosened them off so it's a bit easier for you to see, because how you tie this, these don't have ball ends, is very, very important, and it can be a little bit confusing. Right, let's see how I can do this on camera. Here is the string. You would be using a new string. As I said, I'm not using new string. Just thread it in here and bring it out the other side. Now this is the key bit. You want to go over the string like that, and then you need to twist it. Let's get a little bit more. You want to twist it over the loop, not over this bit. Let me show you. This is the long bit that's going to go up to the tuners, and we've done a little loop, and you're going to loop this here, not here. Now I'm doing this because a lot of videos don't make this absolutely clear, and you're going to have a lot of difficulty if you don't do it correctly. So loop it under there, 1, 2. The thicker strings don't need so much. 2 is adequate for this string. So now what you do is hold on to this end, and the long bit, just pull it. Whoops, it's just come undone. So I'm trying to hold the guitar and string it at the same time. Like that. Can you see that? Okay, we've got a little loop there. It doesn't matter if there's still a bit of loop left, because it will tighten up. There we go. It's tightening up already. Leave a little bit there, and you've got the string on the end. As I say, this is just a display guitar. It is not going to be played properly. my wife and I just don't want a guitar without any strings on our front room wall. I'd like to get rid of this, to be honest, because it really makes it look cheap, as cheap as it really is. Okay. Right, the other thing you want to do is, while you've got the guitar with no strings on it, use it to clean the fretboard, because this one's got crud on it and paint, and so you just, okay, hang on a second, I'm going to come with you. Just clean it up, give it a good clean, and because you can't clean it properly with the strings on, so it's a great opportunity to clean the guitar fretboard. Right, I'm just going to show you again what that loop looks like. I can get it to focus, can I? Not very well. Just experiment with it, but just make sure you loop it the right way around. Otherwise, the string won't settle properly at the bridge end. So stretch it out. And here, let's see if I can do this. This is the low E string. Now, of course, I'm going to, I don't want to cut it because the string might be too short if I start cutting it, okay? I think you can see that the post is twisted around, so it's just pointing slightly downwards. And then just thread it through here. Like that. And then thread it back up. Like this. So you've got yourself a loop. Now there's different ways of doing this. Some people say tie a little knot in it. Other people say just wind it over the loose end. We're going to tie a knot in it. So all we're going to do, by the way, the amount of string, we do actually have quite a lot of string left over here. That's more than enough string. You can actually use less than that if you want to. About that much string is fine. You'll cut off the excess when you're finished. So simply just make a loop again, and this time make the loop around the actual string itself. Just one time is fine, and pull it tight like that. And now you can wind it in a clockwise direction. Well, you can't see it, it's the other side, isn't it? Here we go, see if I can just wind it clockwise, and you'll see I'm holding the string to get some tension on it, and it will start winding up. And once it gets a little closer to the fretboard, just lay it into the slot there, and it should just settle nicely in there. Oh, and by the way, ideally have it winding outward, not inward. You don't have to bother about the tuning of it right now. And if you look at the other end, you'll see that the knot is there. You don't want the knot there on the top of the bridge, you want it down the bottom. You leave a little bit because either you can trim it, or if you want to be ultra flashy, when you put the next string in, you will then tuck that underneath the loop like that. It just makes it a bit more secure. But I'm just, for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to do the one string today. And when you're finished, obviously just tune it up. Use an electronic tuner to tune it. Or the other way to do it, if you've got more than one guitar, tune it to the other guitar. Really easy. So I hope this has helped you a little bit. Remember, this guitar, it's just going to be hanging on the wall with the strings on it. That's why I've put used guitar strings on. They're not that worn actually, but I want to put a different set of strings on that other guitar. So I hope you've learned something from that. Enjoy your guitar experience, and especially enjoy, watch the video up there, which I've done previously. I hope it's going to show up. Anyway, if it isn't, then fine. But this is particularly relevant for your kids, your son, your daughter, who's just beginning to pick up a musical instrument for the first time. And it's a way of not putting them off music. So have guitars laying around the house, which they are free to pick up and play around with, and make sure you got some cheap guitars so that you don't mind if they not only break a string, but if they scratch a guitar, it doesn't matter. And then obviously keep your better guitars a little safer for when they, in a case, for when they get a bit older. But the object of the exercise is just to familiarize your children with the idea of music is fun. And so I just want to really make it fun for you watching. And thank you so much for watching today. And remember, in everything you do, let us rejoice in the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Thanks so much. God bless you. This is John Ruffle.